All right, everybody. What's going on? It is the Father-Son Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Justin. And Dad. Oh, wait. That's right. He's not here today. My dad is working more hours, so I'm trying to get this quick waiver wire episode out for you guys today. We do 3 episodes a week. We have this waiver wire episode that goes out on Tuesdays. We have a week in review and trade targets and buy lows, sell highs that comes out on Thursday. And we have a start sit, usually with Sam Lane, coming out on Saturdays. So today's going to be the waiver wire episode. If you guys are new, please subscribe. We're going to help you win your leagues, and there's some good guys in the waiver wire this week that I like, and I'm excited to give you guys these targets real quick. You can follow me on Twitter at JustinFSFF, and the podcast Twitter's at FatherSonFF. Interact with me. I like that. And we also have a sponsor for today's show. We're sponsored by thequantedge.com. So I played some DFS this weekend. I had 2 lineups. I put the wrong amount of lineups in for the one that did worse. So if I put the amount that I should have, I guess, with the better lineup, I would have won over, I think, more than quadruple my profit. So Quant Edge really does help out, and it has all the tools you need to play like a pro. They have a lineup optimizer, injury tool, wide receiver cornerback matchups, and head-to-head tool. You're going to be armed with everything you need to win. You can crush those pros that keep beating you, defense players and sports bettors. So you can make up to 150 lineups in seconds. See matchups to exploit. Compare players to help you make the right decision you're on the fence about at thequantedge.com. You're going to get exclusive access to the industry experts, articles, podcast, and the TQE community by participating in the premium membership chat. So Father-Son Fantasy Football, tweet at us. Let me know if you use it. Our code, which is FSFF. It's a 4-letter code. It's Father-Son Fantasy Football, the acronym, I guess. So FSFF. Tweet at me. Tell me you used the code. You get $10 off your first month, which is 1/3 of the price for the first month. And you can use that money towards DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever you want to use. So go to thequantedge.com and sign up today. Let's get into this waiver wire episode for week 6. Quarterbacks, simple enough. Winston still 18% owned. I think you should put in about 8% of your budget in for him if you were struggling for quarterback, because he is no more buy, and I think that I like him. I like Winston. I think he's going to be a top 12 quarterback rest of the season, and I think it's time to get him. And he's got a juicy matchup against the Falcons defense that has been allowing up to 24 points per game, and I mean, I like that. So definitely get him. Mitch Trubisky, he's still available in some leagues, 23% owned. He had that 6 touchdown week. I don't expect that to happen. They have a Dolphins defense that's been doing pretty good against quarterbacks, but I'm not too worried about that. Andy Dalton still third best corner matchup in week 6, and then he has the top streaming schedule for week 7 and 8. And I think that I like him. He's going against Pittsburgh, his next opponent. He's averaged 18.3 points per game against them. Alex Smith is also a kind of owned, but I do like Alex Smith, and he's always pretty consistent. So there's that, and we'll give you the streams of our week coming in our start set episode. And if you're in deeper leagues, I think Baker Mayfield, people may drop him after this week, so pick him up. Next up is running backs. So I'm going to keep it really simple. Jay Ajayi announced out for the year today. So Wendell Smallwood definitely is getting a hefty bump from usage. So I think you should put in at least $20 if you had $20 for him. I think it's going to be fair enough to get him. You're going to get a starting running back. Corey Clement's also going to be in the mix. Ronald Jones is a nice little upside guy. Donta Foreman's supposed to be back week 7. I think Bill O'Brien is an awful coach. They won a game yesterday against the Cowboys, but he's probably going to get fired soon. But he does say that Foreman's on track to be back week 7, and Lamar Miller's been pretty bad, even though he's getting a lot of work, and Alfred Blue is kind of average. So I think there's a possibility you can see Foreman becoming a name. And then Davis, Mike Davis. I think I underrated him this week against the Rams defense, but he looked really well. So did Chris Carson. I don't understand why he drafted a first-round running back still. It does not make sense to me. Austin Eckler is another guy I like to add. He has 2 favorable matchups coming out, Cleveland and Tennessee, and he's 37% owned. So I think I'd put in a deep amount of money if he's still available in the league, because he has a role every week. And then Nyheim Hines, he's getting more owned, but he seems to be the back to own in this offense because their defense is that bad. Javorius Allen is also available in some leagues, so I'd get him. And like I already said, Mike Davis, Chris Carson, they're both like splitting carries. Jalen Richard, he has 3 double-digit games in 5 outings. So he's like the pass-catching back that I predicted at the beginning of the year, saying he's like Chris Thompson-esque. He's a little bit like that too. But he does have a week 7 bye, so be careful for that. And then Aaron Jones continues to be a better back. He's still available in some of your waivers, but the coaches like Williams more. I don't know. Mike McCarthy's awful, in my opinion. So I don't know what they're doing there, but Jones is the better back, and I want to see him get more work, but I don't think Green Bay is going to do that. They don't look like they're going to be doing that. And then if you're in deeper leagues, I guess Kyle Juszczyk Could be interesting depending on Matt Breeder's injury. Right now it says a mid sprain, but that's remained to be seen how bad that is. So I'd definitely put in like $1 or $2 for him if you are thin at running back. So you could have some decent PPR value. So let's go to wide receivers. Quincy Enunwa, he's 38% available. He had a really bad week, 0 points, and I had him in one of my lineups, but I think maybe this makes people drop him. So definitely keep an eye out for him. And I put in a small bit. I think he's still getting the target share. And then you got Robbie Anderson, same team, who had 123 yards, 2 score. I mean, he only played 52% of the snaps. Maybe pick him up and then sell him. I think that's not a bad idea. I wouldn't really. I mean, he's decent flex upside each week. Pierre Garçon, 49ers. He didn't really do that good, but I think he gets enough targets. He had 12 targets against Arizona, and that got my attention. He looks to be CJ's favorite target, so definitely worth an ad right there. I think Chris Godwin, he's 38% owned. Put $10 for him. Geronimo Allison, I'd put in some amount for him. And Kiki Kuti, the rookie who people were saying only a good because Fuller was out. He seemed to be targeted by Watson like a fair amount, enough for me to be like, hey, this guy is seems to be being decent. He has 6 for 51 and 1. In his first 2 games of his career, this dude has posted a 17-1, 16-1, and then he had 6-51 and 1. So it's not sustainable. I think that he's still the third option in the offense, but he could be a wide receiver 4 with flex upside, with week winning upside. So I wouldn't mind having him, who can maybe have 2 points per game and then have 20 and to help you get those wins, because it's a weekly game. That's why I keep stressing it is a weekly game. And then Mohamed Sanu, I think he's definitely worth a pickup. I think he's run more routes each week. He's getting more targets than Ridley, and I think that he is the number 2 ahead of Ridley. And I hope you guys sold high on Ridley when you had the chance to. Maybe people are still interested to buy low. I definitely take some offers in there. So Chris Godwin, also another guy, and then pick a Jacksonville wide receiver. I still prefer Keelan Cole, but it's definitely a crapshoot. I don't know what the heck last game was. I think Blake Bortles had 61 attempts and only 1 touchdown. Moncrief didn't do anything with his targets. I think Cole is still the most talented wide receiver on the team, and hopefully he gets more targets going forward. Maybe people are asking right now when listening to this, what about Marquez Valdes-Scantling? He had a nice game, but Cobb didn't play. Allison didn't play. So I think that Allison gets his job back, and then maybe Randall Cobb could possibly lose it to Scantling, depending on how he still plays. But if he's still available in your dynasty leagues, please pick him up because he's going to have some upside. And Antonio Callaway, I think, is still a nice little pickup because he seems to be Baker Mayfield's second target behind Landry. And then if we go really, really deep, Josh Reynolds, Cooks, and Kupp are both in concussion protocol. So if they are still, I guess, in concussion protocol and you're really, really thin at wide receiver, he can make a play next week because he's definitely the desperation play. So tight ends, last position we're going to talk about, Jeff Swaim. I think I'm serious here. Like he just a few points behind Cole Beasley for expected receiving points, and he's the only positive person in efficiency, according to RotoViz. And also Greg Olsen. He said he's going to return to action this week, so I definitely keep that on the lookout. O.J. Howard also, he still got the injury, but he's definitely a tight end 1 on the field, and I'm adding him wherever I can. I like him a lot. And Niles Paul, he's on Jacksonville now. I know people are like, oh, he's on Jacksonville, not Washington, but Niles Paul is a sneaky pickup because Austin Seferian-Jenkins hit the IR on Monday morning. So leaving Paul, primary pass catching option at tight end, and he managed a 765 line on 9 targets, but they're not going to throw 61 times every single game. So I think that's nice. And if Jack Doyle is still available, please pick up Jack Doyle. And CJ Uzamoa showed that he's the number 1 tight end ahead of Tyler Kroft, outsnapping him 55-24. Like I predicted, a lot of people were shocked by that because of the report that Kroft had with Dalton last year, but it happens. So that's going to sum it up for today's waiver wire episode. Next episode we're going to do is a week in review. Some trade targets. I have some trade targets I like a lot this week, so I'm going to see if I can get some trades done. I'm hoping. If you guys got Odell, the Ford is pretty good for you. Bart, I'm going to try to get him from you still, Bart, but I'm also going to pay more now because you waited so long, but I don't know. Same deal's in place. Hopefully I get that done. I'll let you guys know. Listener League, I got close winner now with the Fantasy Joker. When you guys hear this, you're going to be knowing if I win or not. I have Chris Thompson and Kamara. I'm down by 33, so hopefully that they can pull that off. I think it's going to be a shootout tonight. And I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your week 5. Enjoyed the game last night because you're listening to this Tuesday morning. And yeah, we'll see you guys next episode. My dad should be back. So this has been the 5-7 Fantasy Football Podcast. Make sure you use code FSFF at checkout at thequantedge.com to win some money at DFS. Tweet at me at JustinFSFF. Let me know that you will use the code, and the podcast Twitter is at 5-7FF. And yeah, we'll see you later.